Hey everybody, welcome back to the farm. This is Lisa, and today I wanted to give you a garden tour because everything is in. It's been in for about a week and a half now, and let's show you what we have. So come on along. In the main garden, we've got all our yellow squash and zucchini here in these rows. And back there we have everything, and you can see we've got everything protected by hail netting because we've had lots of hail. And here we have cucumbers and then our potatoes back there. Here we are in the back garden. The garlic seems to be doing well. Scapes are not ready yet, and they look like they're growing really nice and big and strong. And so is the rhubarb. Believe it or not, this is the best that rhubarb has looked since we've lived here. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that we've been getting some moisture, getting some water. Also, I fertilized this bed. It's shading out some of my garlic, waiting on some of it to grow a little more because we have harvested some and froze it. And hoping to do more with the rest because I know Ryan really likes rhubarb bars. And over here, we couldn't weed this because it's really hard to tell what is an onion and what isn't. Those are the ones I planted from seed. I don't think there's many in there, quite honestly. And yet you can see Ryan weeded this and it looks really good. The onions are coming up and they're not bad for being back here. Over here is where the old strawberry bed was, and that's the elderberry we finally got planted and the currant. And so we've got fence protection on them. And I dumped the hemp bedding here to mulch it a bit and give it some fertilizer, so to speak, from the turkeys. We've got some peas in here. I've only been able to pick one so far. There's a second one. So peas aren't doing great. They don't usually. And over here, the loofah's dead, or half dead. So we'll see how it goes. The huckleberry is doing pretty well. Everything's, chicken protected, hail netted, all that stuff. And then we've got echinacea back there. And there's our mobile greenhouse. Got all sorts of stuff in here. My flowers, my marigolds, ironically, for the first year did not do well. I planted 3 times and I ended up with 3 flowers. So I've got to plant those. These are calendula, some cilantro, and I need to get those in bigger containers. But you can see everything's doing well. The peppers have blossoms on them, and some of the tomatoes have blossoms on them as well. I've got the tomatoes tied up, staked up, good to go. I got to do a little bit more pruning on them. But let's go look at the front garden. Outside the greenhouse, these are my bush cucumbers. I have some inside, I have some outside. They got hit by hail, and so what I've been doing is leaving these top of the milk jugs on them to help them grow faster. I don't know that it is, but we'll see. And there's our raspberries. The 2 that we planted here are dead, so they did not come back. So we're gonna go with what we have because they seem to be doing well. The echinacea still looks good. The roselle hibiscus is looking dead, so I'm probably going to pull that and use that for the cilantro and other stuff that I need to get planted. Over here we have herbs. I'm just waiting for them to grow up more before I weed it so I know what is what. But we've got some dill and stuff coming up. The onions are doing well. And in here, we have tons of little asparagus coming up, which are seeds that we planted. And then these are from our crowns. And we had harvested our asparagus, and now we're just letting everything go to seed. Spinach, we've not been really lucky with spinach here, and I harvested some just to get something out of it, but you can see it's all hail damaged because we didn't have the cover on. The strawberries are looking happy. We've got a strawberry right here, and I've already had one. It was really good. The blackberry, I think, is dead, but the stick is a little pliable, so I'm just leaving it. And there's our blueberries. Let's go check out the other greenhouse. Here's the other greenhouse. Lots of blossoms on the tomatoes. Again, I've got to do more pruning. I just did it, but I need to do more. But you can see they're really growing up and they're doing well. So a couple of other things that we've had going on is the pigs are due the first week in June and the second week in June. And so Fiona is first this time, Eleanor is second. And so we've got to do some moving around. And since this year, we've been grateful enough to get moisture in the form of rain. We've also gotten it with hail, but it's created a lot of muddy conditions for the animals. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This will not dry up, and every time it starts to dry up, it rains enough just to keep it soupy wet. Hi, ladies. But what makes it worse is they pace the fence when it's feeding time. But as you can see, the rest of their pasture is dry, so they've got plenty of dry land to be on. Same thing with the boys, although the boys are no longer in here. They are down below per our last video. But we had about a 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 an inch of rain last night. And that's great, but it's just creating more mud. And it's just where the pigs are that it's causing the problem. The rest of the place dries up quickly, but with the pigs pacing back and forth. So for the girls, we've been feeding hay down that way to make sure they're down there where it's dry. The other thing is we had a turkey who sat on the egg that I gave her. She's still sitting in the nesting box. However, I did remove the egg because it was in there for 2 months and there's nothing coming of it. And we just got rid of all the turkeys. They went to their new home. And now we have an incubator full of chickens, which are barnyard mixes. And they will also be going to the same home as the turkeys. So they should be doing a few days. So that's it, guys. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for all the well wishes. You guys are the bomb. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.